Good morning, everybody. My name's Andrew. I'm from a company called DOJO. Hands up if you've got a debit card in your pocket. Hands up if you've used it in the last hour or two. In the last day? Okay. What was your experience like of when you used it on the machine? Underwhelming? Awesome? Did it break? Okay, good. That means that the industry as a whole is doing something pretty well. Unfortunately, that's not the case across the whole country. A lot of the merchants who have these terminals and these services are served relatively poorly. The providers who provide the banking service and the terminals and everything that's associated with it are traditionally not motivated to provide the best possible service that they can. If you own a business, a restaurant, a pub, a convenience store, a bakery, or any kind of business where you're taking debit cards regularly as payment for your products, you have to have one of these terminals, because without one, it makes it very difficult for you to get paid from your customers. In order to get one of these machines, before 2020, you had to sign a minimum 36-month contract. For anybody who's not committed to anything longer than 36 months, it's a decent commitment to make. And when you're not sure of the level of service that you're going to get from the provider, it's an even riskier decision. Our industry is one that has various tales of woe of people who have been missold into agreements that they did not agree to on terms that they were not aware of, and then are committed for that entire period because they've signed the agreement. And they can't get out of it without paying the extortionate exit fees and the stress associated with that. DOJO has done away with contracts, so now we are forced into providing an outstanding service, because if we provide anything less than outstanding, people have the ability to take their business elsewhere. And with an industry and with an economy that so much turnover and transactions are processed with debit and credit cards, a reliable service that delivers and upholds its promises is even more important than it ever has been. We settle funds 7 days a week, when most of the competitors settle 3 days after the transaction. So if you run a pub, you might get your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to take on Wednesday. Whereas for us, we deliver Friday's money on Saturday, Saturday's money on Sunday, and Sunday's money on Monday. So that speeds up the cash flow for a lot of people. They can pay their invoices, their staff, the brewery, the rent, everything can be done on Monday or even Sunday for some people. And this provides a level of flexibility and an experience that they traditionally never got from the banking industry as a whole. It was traditionally a service that people had to have, so we dictate the terms on which you can get it. And DOJO has changed everything, so now that you guys or the business owners have the power to dictate the terms on which they operate. And that transfers the power back to the merchants, where it should always be, and they have the power to dictate what they get from the providers. DOJO is the only company offering 7-day settlements with a monthly rolling contract. Nobody else, not the big companies like Barclaycard or Lloyds, WorldPay or any of these other companies, are offering this service. And so for a lot of businesses, we make far more commercial sense than anybody else. And because we interact with businesses day to day, we understand the challenges that they face, and there's a variety of tools that we can help with. The most recent is a booking system that delivers an additional 30% of diners along to hospitality businesses, pubs, restaurants, just by interfacing with Google, which is the sort of biggest directory of users that allows businesses to attract diners that they would otherwise have to spend a large amount of marketing fees doing. So if you know anybody who runs one of these businesses who is vulnerable to stuff going down and not working, then I would love to have a chat with them, hopefully to win their business, but if nothing else, to give them some good advice on what is available in the market.